Okay, I feel so professional now. My daughter's been here, and she came in one day, I have every light on in the house, and I was saying something about the lighting. And so she went and she picked this thing out. It's like this ring of light, and it holds your camera or your phone or whatever. And then you have lighting all around it. It's really cool. So I feel so professional. Anyways, so I have that, so it might look different. And in order to be where it is, I had to sit on a pillow. So, anyways, there's been like a few things that I have been wanting to talk about. I'll see if I can keep them all straight, because I'm leaving in the morning and I'm not going to take Stella. This is like, because I'm super codependent on her. It's going to be hard, and the whole time I'm going to be thinking, oh, she misses me, oh, and I know she's going to be crying, but she's miserable when we travel, and then she, is crying the whole time we're there, and everyone's house has all these steps, and her, she's disabled, so she has a super hard time doing stairs, and she's really been having a hard time. It's been so rainy here. Even my daughter said that how much she can tell in her joints, how much she's affected by being here with all this rain. And so, I'm sure it's really affecting Stella. I know we need to get to a drier climate for at least part of the year. So anyways, I have a lot on my mind about leaving tomorrow and driving by myself, which would probably be good to just focus and not be worrying about what's going on behind me or whatever. I don't know. It makes me super nervous. But, I really want to travel, and I know she can't go in every single place with me, and she's already shown she's not really into traveling. So it's kind of abusive. But I need to travel. Okay, so one of the things is, yesterday, this was trippy. Okay, so I talk about this all the time, right? About the people not being awake and stuff, and the split reality. And, I was talking about my daughter saying the other day, like, I don't get what you're talking about. I see through all the bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And, I just don't get it. And so, and then I said, I brought up a couple of facts that are being censored and manipulated at this point. And, lost her mind. None of that is possible. That's completely insanity. So I don't know how it's going to affect these people, seriously, because it's trippy. This is the thing. So, we're driving into town. It's a long drive. And she's talking all about human rights and all the stuff, she's seen about humanity and, and I remember when that started happening to me and I started trying to tell people, and everybody thought, like I was a nut. I was bringing up weird shit. But now, that's what she's talking about. And so then, we're having these, deep talks and stuff on the way there. Then we get there, and I've said before, I'm in Washington State, and supposedly the mandates will be lifted in the end of the month. But if you have these, you can run around without these, I guess, apparently. And, so I had stopped going to the stores and stuff a long time ago. I was just going and picking stuff up because I don't want to wear these. I want to breathe. So, and I have gone to some stores or restaurants or something over, the past year and a half, and had to have those on. And, like by 20 minutes, it's horrible. It ruins the shopping for sure. So anyways, we go, and this is the second time this happened. But yesterday, there was lots of people who weren't wearing these. And I just took mine off. And I was like, fuck this. I'm not wearing mine. And she starts saying, oh my God, you haven't even had one of these and you're taking that off. Do you know how bad that is? You're putting everyone in danger and stuff like that, right? And I just walked out of the store. I was like, no, thank you. I gotta go. It reminds me of in the Body Snatchers, and I've said this before, you know, when they are like, every time that they see one of the people who is still human and they hold their hand out and just pointing, and everybody turns and looks, and they all go after, you know, because everybody's got to turn into the pod people. And that's what it feels like. But it feels like, you know, your own family is doing that. So then, you know, then I got a lecture about how important it is. I mean, this is just messing everything up with the people, you know, they're going to get these and then they get to take these off. But, you know, if everybody just takes these off and they haven't even had these, then that just defeats the whole thing. I was like, okay, well, you know, if I take this off, which never needed, and I've lived throughout this big Pan-Animal-mobile, then how is it I'm putting anyone else at risk? I'm just putting myself at risk. And, you know, when they start trying to tell you the science, oh my God, how these germs travel, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. How it makes sense to put one of these on, walk through a restaurant, sit at a table, and take it off. How it some of the stuff that I have seen is so absolutely ridiculous. It's like, how do they do this and not feel stupid? Like, what's going on? But that's what I've been talking about, you know, that there's people who are waking up to certain aspects of humanity and what's going on a spirit level, but they're still on the actual reality. They're still following very much what they're being told. And, but be thinking that they're really looking into things, that they're seeing everything very deeply. And it's just like, but you can't bring up one thing. I mean, you couldn't bring up anybody's laptop or anything like that and say, you know, that's real. No. So I just don't get like what is going to be happening over the next few weeks when, you know, all this stuff starts being disclosed. Because when we were talking about that, my one daughter who's here, she was like, oh, well, whatever today, she was like, well, whatever is going to happen, whatever they're going to start saying, then I just feel like I already know it. I'm just not worried about it. I just don't think they can surprise me. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, you know, just remember that. And I said, yeah, I don't think it's going to affect you as much as it's going to affect some people. But, you know, I don't know. When you're that attached to something and you think that you've seen through the illusion, like, I don't know. This is really interesting to see how this plays out. Is it going to just be like all these people who we've thought like are completely brainwashed and clueless? Are they all of a sudden going to just be like, oh, so that was reality? Oh, okay, go on. I'm like, while the rest of us have all been like, oh my God, can you believe it? They're lying to us in every way. So I don't know. It is weird because to me, there has been a part to the manipulation and understanding it. So I don't know. I know that there's going to be some people who are going to be affected way, way worse than other people, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. It's trippy. Because now, you know, just having these conversations where she thinks she's seen all of the stuff. And to know that there's so many things. Like, I can't even bring up these. I can't bring... Well, so I thought she was aware of these, but, you know, is it just because her boyfriend is? You know, so I don't know. But, yeah, if you think these are these, or, you know, Joe is in legally, or, you know, that we don't have a criminal enterprise that's been running us, then, you know, you're not seeing the truth. You know, I mean, that's just all there is to it. And yeah, once you start seeing it, I don't know how it's going to affect you. But if you are not seeing those things and you're listening to this right now, I guarantee you these things are really going on. Like the whole thing with the pizza and the, fences and all the stuff that we've ever heard, they just got dismissed and swept under the rug, and we told, oh, that's crazy, that's a conspiracy theory. Everything you've ever heard that about is all true. So, maybe you just need to buckle up and prepare if you're listening to this and you think that I'm talking nonsense, because I've seen the evidence along with tons and tons of other people. And yeah, you're not going to be able to run out right now and find it. And I'm not going to be able to convince you of anything if you can't see it. So, and it's also kind of weird too, because they also give a lot of unwarranted feedback. Like, how you could just improve everything and do much better. You really shouldn't be doing that. You really shouldn't be thinking that way. You shouldn't say those things and stuff like that. Well, I don't know. I think that this is about freedom, acceptance, leaving judgment behind, and, being mindful, being present. So, I don't know. I don't think there needs to be anybody telling anybody how to live. You need to figure it out on your own. You need to figure out what's right for you. So, okay, well, I'm going to do a few more because I'm going to be leaving in the morning and it'd be much easier. And, apparently you have to post all the time or you just disappear into the... And I'm a professional now. I mean, I got the circle of the light ring thing. So I got to get on top of it. Okay, so I'll be back in a few.